Good day, everyone. Good day, ma'am. And our discussion for today is a change force, civil war, women, and Victorian culture. So for today, let's discuss about a change of force, civil war, women, and Victorian culture. So what is Victorian culture? Mga Victorian culture na mga babae is more on ang duty ng mga Victorian culture na babae is more on household, serving only their husbands, mga house chores, kumbaga yun ang mga capabilities ng isang Victorian woman. Then meron silang mga servant, mga slaves, pero ang kaya lang mag-handle nun ay yung mga Victorian male. Pero nung lumaganap ang war, nagkulang ng kakulangan ng mga male, mga lalaki, nawala ang mga lalaki. So ang naganap ngayon, ang mga Victorian na babae, sila ang nag-stand sa kanilang family dahil wala ang mga lalaki doon sa gera, sa civil war. Then so long story, nahihirapan ang mga babae sa pag-handle ng mga slaves, house chores, mga kagaya ng mga sa field, mga factory, kasi nga di di hindi sila capable noon dati. Hindi nila kayang gampanan dahil yun ang gawain ng mga lalaki dati noong unang panahon sa Civil War. So the Civil War was a watershed moment for women roles in society. Prior to the Civil War, the majority of women worked at home. Women were expected to cook and clean in order to make the home comfortable for the family and presentable to visitors. When the Civil War broke out, however, many women volunteered to help in the war effort. They worked in the variety of capacities from cooking to nursing to fighting on the front lines. So, yun na nga, yung nag-broke out ang Civil War, karamihan ng babae ay nag-volunteered as a nurse. Then, yung mga farming, bale sila na ang nag-handle kasi nga sa kakulangan ng mga lalaki. At yung mga slaves ay katuwang na nila sa pagdating ng panahon, pagdating ng war, katuwang na nila ang slaves. At yun na nga, the American Civil War threw Victorian society into upheaval. The war offended a culture that was founded on trust, on proper demeanor and desire repression. Hundreds of thousands of people were sent to prison for failing to complete their duties. Union and Confederate armies both enlisted men. Women took over when their families, patriots, were absent for the majority of their sex. Yun ang sinabi ko kanina, syempre, mga lalaki ay sinend doon sa war kasi nga yun ang kakulangan mga lalaki. So previously unexplored roles, females were oppressed in both the north and the south. Yun yung mga north na Victorian and south Victorian, compelled to perform physical labors in field, run shop, and manage slaves. All jobs that would previously have been considered unsuitable have almost exclusively been occupied by men. Although not all families are affected by these societal changes, jolt Victorian culture to its core. Yun nga, yung mga pag-run ng shop, manage ng slave, at mga labor sa field ay hindi suitable sa mga Victorian women noon, nung hindi pa nag-start ang Civil War. Pero nung nag-start ng Civil War, slowly slowly naging naa-adapt na ng mga Victorian women ang kung ano na talaga ang kanilang buhay ngayon. Kung ano na ang magiging buhay nila in the future sa Civil War. Yawa ng when the man disappeared, women inserted sa mga gawain nila. Women were forced to leave their socially normative rules, exposing their society to change when the war was on. So mga tradisyonal na mga gawain ng mga babae ay forced change, kumbaga na force dahil nga sa war na nagaganap, sa civil war na nagaganap. So ang resulta, their society was altered. It's not difficult to imagine women filling roles that men have been vacate as a result of the war. Kumbaga nabakante ang mga role ng kalalakihan dahil sa war na nagaganap. This is something that women have done since men first left their homes to fight in wars. However, modern society finds it difficult to comprehend how drastically different life was in Victorian times. The antebellum society that gave birth to the Civil War was distinguished by the virtue of suffering. Both men and women were expected to suppress their desire and internalize their power. So yun na nga, parang naging nag-suffer ang lahat, lalaki at babae, dahil sa war na nagaganap. Pero sa Victorian culture, parang na-alternate ba? Kumbaga, yung mga babae na ang gumagawa ng mga laboring, na imbes yung kanilang mga husband, yung mga anak nila na lalaki. Ngunit, di nagampanan ng mga lalaki dahil nga sa war na nagaganap. The modern medicine was still in infancy, and germ theory had yet to gain traction. Ang medicine ay hindi pa sapat, yung parang yung parang tinuturuan pa maglakad, kasi dahil sa dami ng death noon na time, ay ang medicine ay hindi pa, kumbaga, nakakakuha ng mga cure sa sakit. And medical care was frequently based on guesswork rather than diagnosis. Kumbaga, experimental parang na age. Childbirth was especially dangerous during this period, and young children was frequently killed. So napakadelikado ng childbirth doon. Other result is the formation of confederacy for Southerners to rethink many of their long-held beliefs about the difference between men and women, as well as between women of different races and classes. Poor and once wealthy women found themselves doing the same labors to make ends meet in difficult circumstances. Women astound both others and themselves with their ability to perform a wide range of tasks that were previously thought to be too difficult for them to comprehend or complete. This redefinition continued into the post-war years as millions of newly freed black women explored the meaning and limits of freedom, and white women forged a place in a new society. Ironically, that achievement went largely unnoticed by the lost cause interpretation of the war, which explicitly lionized Old South womanhood. So, yun nga, ang result is naging pantay-pantay ang tingin ng mga kababaihan. Yung, kumbaga, wala nang discrimination na nagaganap. So, ang purpose is the experience of women undertook fundamental challenges, the roles of men and women. As a result, their departure for the war, the Victorian men push women. Yun na ang purpose. The Victorian men push women out their traditional roles as housewives and gentle ladies and into employment. During the war, this provided them with greater independence and autonomy, despite the fact that numerous women, when people returned to their pre-war job after the war, society was forever altered. Yun din ang isa sa mga purpose.